Okay, step onto any pharmaceutical manufacturing shop floor with me for a second. You've got the hum of the machinery, the gowning, the sterile environment. But beyond all of that, there is an invisible framework keeping the entire operation from just completely collapsing. And in this industry, the stakes are absolute. Every single activity we do has to be performed in a rigidly controlled way. There is literally no room for improvisation here. So today, in this explainer, we're going to dive into exactly why standard operating procedures are the absolute bedrock of our industry's operations. If there is no SOP, there is no control. I really want you to let that sink in for a moment. In the pharma world, control is everything. It's the whole shebang. If you can't prove you're controlling your environment, your materials, and your actions, well, you don't have a viable product. It really is that stark. Without a defined standard, chaos just naturally takes over. And that isn't some exaggeration to scare you, it is a fundamental law of manufacturing. So, what does this actually mean in practice? Well, an SOP isn't just a suggestion, right? It's definitely not some loose guideline you can choose to ignore. It is the definitive rulebook. We're talking about a written, step-by-step instruction that's specifically designed to help personnel perform tasks correctly and consistently. In pharma, every activity must be so tightly controlled that a 10-year veteran and a 10-day fresher follow the exact same process every single time. It's basically the DNA of our operational excellence. Now, let's look at what happens when this system falls apart. Picture a shop floor operating without a solid SOP. Imagine working under this harsh, glaring red light of uncertainty. You've got different operators following entirely different methods just to achieve the exact same task. Operator A turns a valve halfway, but Operator B, they turn it fully. Why? Because there's no clear guidance while they're working. They're left guessing, they're relying on memory, or, actually worse, just doing what they assume is best. And in our industry, operating on assumptions absolutely guarantees process failure. And here is the brutal reality of all that guesswork. Process variation, product quality issues, audit observations. When operators have to guess, the process varies. It's that simple. And when the process varies, the quality of your pharmaceutical product is immediately compromised. Obviously, when product quality is in question, who steps in? The regulators. An audit observation for a lack of control isn't just a little slap on the wrist. It can literally shut down an entire facility. These are the very real, very serious problems of operating without a net. But we don't have to live in that chaos. We can move from that harsh uncertainty into, well, golden clarity. When a standard procedure is firmly in place, operators aren't left trying to interpret the task on their own. They follow the exact same steps, which, surprise, surprise, yields the exact same result. It completely eliminates those dangerous variations we just talked about. It's a really simple equation, but it proves absolute control over your manufacturing environment. And listen, this golden standard has to be protected, and that starts on day one with your new team members. When we introduce the SOP immediately, our freshers are learning the correct procedure from a single approved source of truth. They aren't learning through some risky game of telephone on the shop floor. Clear instructions drastically reduce the chance of early mistakes. The process stays proven, and it stays tightly controlled. Think of the SOP as your ultimate systematic shield against human error. So ultimately, the importance of an SOP all comes down to verifiable control. It guarantees consistency in your process. It completely slashes your error rates. It serves as an absolutely irreplaceable training tool for your freshers. But most importantly, it ensures your compliance with good manufacturing practices. When regulators walk into your facility, your SOPs are your tangible, physical proof that your processes are rigidly defined, deeply understood, and fully audit-ready. Like I said before, they are your armor. Now, knowing all of this is one thing, but actually implementing it on the shop floor, that can be incredibly challenging. We've all seen it. Procedures can get bloated, overly complex, and frankly, just too difficult for the actual staff to follow. That's why having the right support is a total lifeline. There's help available for SOP preparation and correction, but even more importantly, there's support for SOP simplification for your shop floor staff. Because let's be real, if the operator can't easily understand it, they are not going to follow it. This extends to comprehensive GMP, GDP, and data integrity training, plus dedicated audit readiness support. You don't have to try and figure out compliance in a vacuum. To wrap up our explainer today, I want to leave you with this thought. The journey from variation and guesswork to absolute golden audit readiness is entirely achievable for your team. The support is out there to help you with SOP creation, simplification, and training. Remember, Standard operating procedures aren't just annoying paperwork to check off a list. They are the literal promise of quality that we make to every single patient. So ask yourself, are your current SOPs genuinely giving you control, or are they just sitting on a shelf somewhere gathering dust? Let's make sure we fix that foundation.